Good morning. Thank you very much for joining Honpa Hongwanji Hawaii Betsuin online Sunday service. Let us start today's service with Vandana and Ti-Sarana.
Amen.
As beginning of the message, I would like to read the passage from Tannisho. Let us together put our hands in Gassho. I do not know what the two, good and evil, really mean. I could say that I know what is good if I knew good as thoroughly and completely as the Tathagata. And I could say I know what evil is if I knew evil as thoroughly and completely as the Tathagata. But in this impermanent world, like a burning house, all things are empty and vain, therefore untrue. Only the Nembutsu is true, real, and sincere. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda. Good morning again. Thank you very much for joining Hawaii Betsuin online Sunday service. The passage I read beginning was quoted from the Tannisho. It is said that one of the disciples of Shinran Shonin, Yuien, recorded Shinran Shonin's words. The reason for that is after Shinran Shonin passed away, people started to claim diverse opinions about his teaching. Yuien had a great concern and then lamented about it and then record what he learned and heard directly from Shinran Shonin, and he compiled it in a book called Tannisho. How have you been lately? Because the weather is cold and cool, I sleep really well every night, and I read more books now. I always like to read the books in the bed with night lamp, but recently I realized my eyesight is getting really bad. I never had any eye problems in my whole life, and my eyes were always good. But now I realize that it's getting harder and harder to read small letters. I have to move my book like this, and then I have to adjust the distance between my eye and the book. I know that day would come, but it is pretty shocked when I realize about my eyesight. I was always informed well about aging, but when it actually happening, it is a bit shocking. Today, I would like to introduce one book which has given me a deep insight of Buddhism and taught me the profoundness of the teaching. The author is Reverend Jitsuen Kakehashi, who was well known and a wonderful scholar of Jodo Shinshu. In his book, Shoji o Tsutsumu Mono, a thing which embraced the life and death, he wrote about the human life. I would like to introduce excerpt from the book. He wrote in Japanese, and I try my best to translate his word. So Reverend Kakehashi wrote, quote, "We tend to think that life is object of joy and happiness, and a life should be delightful. However, if we consider life as such, we are betrayed by our life and we will die with feeling of grudge, end of quote. When I read Reverend Kakehashi's word, I think about my life. I want my life to be happy and a wonderful one. If it is not, I should try to improve and make it better. That is right. No one lived to become unhappy. However, at the same time, I realized that that is what I was taught. Life should be happy. Life is supposed to be filled with joy and is supposed to be delightful. Especially this present world. We learn that our life is supposed to be joyful, fun, happy, cheerful, and bright, and tend to dislike the sadness, loneliness, anxiety, and worries. The things that trigger those emotions, such as aging, sickness, and death, tend to be high or well covered from our eyes. However, despite we like it or not, we age every day. We get sick someday if we don't have sickness now, and someday we will leave from this world. That is also true, as well as we want happiness and pursue it. In the book of Reverend Kakehashi, he closed the sentences as followed, and I would like to read the whole sentence again. Quote, "We tend to think that life is object of joy and happiness, and that life should be delightful. However, if we consider life as such, we were betrayed by our life and we will die with feeling of grudge. In that mean, consider the life as a subject to overcome and then face the life and challenge it. That is how all Buddhists since Shakyamuni Buddha over 2,500 years ago, that's how they lived." End of quote. In our true existence, our true nature is cheerful, beautiful, and happy. We don't have to worry or have concern about life, but it is not. Our true self is not. We cry, fear the pain, worries and problems will occur no matter where we go, how old we are, who we are, because it comes within us. It will bring distortion if we close our eyes and not see the true nature of human being. We are able to realize that warm and strong Amida Buddha's great compassion and wisdom when we look sincerely into those fear, sadness, concerns, and when we challenge the life with all our might. Reverend Jitsuen Kakehashi's book taught me that the life is not always happy, but the attitude to live fully, even though there are many difficulties and problems, is truly precious and beautiful. At the beginning, I read Tannisho. In the book, Shinran Shonin said, "In this impermanent world, like a burning house, all things are empty and vain, therefore untrue. Only the Nembutsu is true, real, and sincere." everything in this world is constantly changing and not even single seconds to stay still. From good to bad or bad to good. But no matter what, the situation is keep changing. It means that our happiness and unhappiness is not a solid thing we can rely on. As Shinran Shonin said, nothing in this world is true. But he clearly states that the only Nembutsu is true, real, and sincere. As if the light of lighthouse unwaveringly show the right direction even in the stormy night, and the ship on the ocean may be up and down, tossed about by the strong wave. Amida Buddha is always there and embrace us and save us without fail. Waves sometimes may rise so high and sometimes may be low, and we are tremble in the stormy ocean, but there's always Amida Buddha's light illuminate our path and encourage us to live fully and challenge our life, even it may not so sweet or sometimes even bitter. Thank you very much for your attention. Let us close together with the reciting of Nembutsu. Please put your hands together in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
Golden chain of love. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that all what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May everything in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Please stay safe and wash your hand, and then we will see you again next week. Take care. Bye bye.